in this video I'm going to show you how to get your veggies off to the best possible start by starting them indoors rather than just planting them directly into your bed. So I always tend to start my veggies indoors rather than sowing them directly, just because it means that they get off to the best possible start in life. So quite often we sow vegetables directly into the soil and then they'll germinate when the weather's nice, for example, say January, February, and then it maybe gets to March, April, and then you get some really hard frosts, and then that can actually just see the end of your vegetables right there. So I always think it's better to start them off at the start of the year, just in pots. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just filling a few pots with some nice seed and cutting compost, which you can get in the garden centre. It's very nutrient poor compost. You don't want anything rich, like you don't want multi-purpose compost or anything like that, because it's a bit too rich for the seeds actually when they're still young. So a bit of seed and cutting compost in there, some vermiculite or perlite just to improve the texture of the soil so that they're nice and free draining. So a couple of pots like that, and then I'm going to sow actually some dwarf French beans. So these are really fun. They're actually purple in colour and they'll probably go green actually when you cook them, but they're really nice colour for the garden, and also because they're a dwarf French bean, it means you don't have to build a particularly high trellis, and they'll do really nicely at the back of your square foot garden. So I'm just going to sow actually a few seeds into here at the moment. So just placing them in, I'll probably put about 4 per pot. So this is just a 9 centimetre pot. I'll probably just put 4 in there to get them going. 4 into the other one. Or 3. And then just cover them with a very thin layer of the same compost again. Go. So this compost is actually nice and damp at the moment, but I would tend to give them a water in if the compost wasn't damp. That just again helps the germination process. And then most importantly of all, what I always do when I'm sowing seeds is I'll write a little label, and that label should just say the name of the crop or the name of the seed that you've just sown, and also the date that you've sown them. So I'm just going to write dwarf French bean, sticking that in. Now then these can just go onto a sunny windowsill, so I'm just going to place them there. Keep a little eye on them, make sure that that compost doesn't dry out. Once the seeds have germinated in a sunny windowsill, what we then need to do, rather than planting those little seedlings immediately into the square foot plot, we're going to have to acclimatise those seedlings to the outdoors first of all. So what I do is just on a day-to-day basis, I take the seedlings from the conservatory and outside and just keep them out during the day and bring them back in at night time. Just do that for a few days. And then eventually we get to a stage where we can leave the little seedling out at night too, as long as there is no frost forecast. Once that seedling has been outside for around a week, it's then ready and acclimatised enough to be planted into the soil.